What's up everyone, today it's time to try Imercado. Without any exclusive, then exclusive 1, exclusive 2 and finally exclusive 3 during that video in different content. But first of all, let's have a look to his kit to understand the hero correctly. With the first active skill, he becomes the only hero who can apply poison up to on all your heroes, increasing your poison damage by 50%. So of course, only thanks to that, he might become one of the strongest poisoner to enhance your poison damage in a team. We are gonna check that right after. With the same skill, 200% attack damage to all enemies, damage considered as poison damage, and 80% chance to inflict 2 layers of poison on all enemies, and 40% chance to inflict a silence for 1 turn on everyone. So that's a pretty strong first active skill. On the basic attack, he's gonna have 1 main target and 2 random enemies, inflicting to them 200% of his attack in damage, with 80% chance to inflict 1 layer of poison and a 7 wound for 2 turns. So that's a pretty great basic attack. On the ultimate, 2 stages of damage to all enemies, poison damage as well. And for every 1 poison on the target, he's gonna deal 30% extra attack damage, up to 6 times. Then, when your heroes with a poison tag are gonna act for 15 turns, he is gonna have a unique buff on his own, proliferating vines, adding to him 1 more stage of attack on that skill. Up to 3 layers can be owned. With the passive, every time he's gonna take a turn, he's gonna get 1 layer of vine sap. Up to 100 layers can be owned. Each layer is gonna increase his own mastery by 1.8% once skilled up. Up to 180% mastery can be increased. So over time, he's gonna deal more damage. And when he dies for the first time, he's gonna cast the ultimate directly. In order to apply poison up to on all your heroes, you need at least the exclusive one. And so you are gonna grant them that buff before dealing damage for 3 turns. Then every time he's gonna lose 30% of his max HP, he is gonna use the first active skill, which means that you are gonna cast that skill more often, so deal more damage and have the buff more often on your heroes. 3 turns of cooldown on that. Then the second exclusive is gonna enhance the mastery of your entire team. Every time, in fact, one of your hero with the poison tag is gonna take a turn and inflict a poison on enemies during their turn, all your heroes are gonna get 1 layer of vine sap. Up to 40 layers can be owned, and every layer is gonna increase the mastery of your heroes by 1.8%. So that's a really strong exclusive too. And finally, with the same exclusive, every time you are gonna cast the Shadowy Vines of Life, so that's the passive when you die with that hero, you are gonna reduce all enemies' turn meter by 30% and reduce by an extra the turn meter for every layer of Vine Sap you have on Imercado. Then on the exclusive 3, it's gonna halve the turns required to get some proliferating vines on Imercado from 15 turns to 8 turns. Remember that every layer of that buff is gonna add 1 more stage of attack on his ultimate. Up to 3 layers can be owned, and thanks to the exclusive 3, every time you're gonna get 1 layer above 3, you are gonna cast the ultimate directly. So in fact, you are gonna deal way more damage over time with the ultimate. So that's my current build. A lot of effect hit because I'm gonna target contents in which enemies have a lot of resistance, and I want him to apply the 7 wound. The silence can be cool too, and the layers of poisons. A lot of mastery as well, and attack, and a decent amount of speed, and that's everything he needs. I'm using a double penetration set for that. No blessing for now, but if you can increase his poison damage or mastery or attack, it's gonna be better for him. I'm gonna use the Blue Mastery Expert Aura and that Echo for now to have a bit more mastery. These are the emblems I'm currently using on him. More dot damage on the left, and on the right, more effect hit, less damage when he has a shield, cooldown reduction, and more effect hit and speed. In fact, these are the recommended emblems, and for once they are pretty accurate. Time to try Imercado in different contents, and the first one is gonna be the Wuthering Coast. Of course, I'm gonna select that buff. That's my old poison team. Let's check the damage I can have with that. Generally, I have around that score, and the max I can have is a bit above 1,200,000,000. Let's try a third time. Okay, and that's closer to 1,200,000,000. Now it's time to change one hero in that team. And the hero I'm gonna change is gonna be Zora, because I can't remove the others. Melot is making all my heroes pursue the targets really often during the fight, and so it's giving to me a ton of extra damage, especially thanks to the exclusive 3 I have on MacD, because he can inflict a toxic imprint on the boss, dealing some extra damage every time one of my hero is inflicting a poison on the boss. And by the way, MacD can apply a toxic gas on my heroes, increasing their poison damage by a lot as well. Dakota is increasing my speed by 40%, my attack by 40%, so she is good for that. And Nita is here to inflict a lot of layers of poisons and to deal high damage, and also she can apply deep poisoning too on the boss, increasing the damage he receives by 50%. So that's the team I'm gonna use. No exclusive for now on Imercado, so let's try that for the first time. There we go, that's the score, and that's not far away from the previous score, right? 150 million damage on Imercado, he is exclusive 0, so that's pretty high so far, and without any exclusive, he can't enhance the damage of my team, right? Now let's try with the first exclusive to see if it does make a difference or not. Normally he should increase the poison damage of my heroes really often during the fight by 50%, and so yes, it should make a difference. And that's my score now. With the exclusive one only on the hero, I'm getting the same score, around the same as when I was using Zora before, who was exclusive 3. Let's try a second time to see. A bit better again. And that time a bit less damage. Time to try the exclusive 2 now. All my heroes are gonna get more mastery during the fight every time they are gonna take a turn and inflict a poison on the boss. So let's see if it does make a difference or not. And yes, I have a way better score that time thanks to the exclusive level 2. Let's try a second time. I got the same result, almost. And the third time, a bit less, so then it depends on luck. But yes, it's a bit better. The difference is not insane, but the damage are here. So now he is exclusive 3. It's gonna take half the turns to get the layers on the ultimate, to add one more stage of attack, and when he's gonna have the 3 layers, every time my poisoners are gonna take 8 turns, he is gonna cast the ultimate one more time. So normally he should deal way more damage than before on a long run. Let's find out. And I have a bit better score. It's not making a big difference though, I was expecting a bit better, 50 million more. That's still great though, but I thought I could have better than that at the end. So the increase on the ultimate is not that huge in fact. But now he became the best damage dealer in my poison team. And the gear I have on him is way less effective than the gear I have on my Nita and on my other heroes, so he has way more damage potential. Let's try a third time. A bit better one more time. So that's pretty cool for a poison team though. I also tried that team versus Gwyneth 40. This is probably not the best one you can use in that content, to be honest. You have Jingle Belle, she has almost the equivalent in damage as my Little Jack. In fact, she deals a bit more damage. But my Little Jack can also apply 40% less attack on the boss, which can help me. But generally in that team, I am using Jack and Roll instead of Imercado, because he can apply a Silver Wand passively on the boss forever. So the boss is gonna take less heals, and probably Jack and Roll is gonna be way more relevant than Imercado, but who knows? Let's check to see what it does. The ads are dead, only the boss remaining. Speed down, that's really important. More poisons, 4 layers. I think I can't get more than 4 or 5 layers of poisons at once on the boss. Okay, 5 layers, and now he has a 3, but he has the Silver Wand. By the way, on that wave, I banned the ultimate of Imercado, otherwise with that team, thanks to the cooldown reduction of Lydia, he is gonna use multiple times the skills in fact, and he won't apply the Silver Wand in time on the boss, so that's really important to have that in mind. Thanks to the Silver Wand too, the boss is healing 4% of his health every time he's taking a turn. So on a long run, am I gonna be able to kill the boss, because my Jingle Belle is also increasing her damage over time? And there we go, the boss is dead. 223 turns, but it's not consistent. I tried that multiple times and sometimes I lose one hero earlier and it's not working in fact. So yes, of course, without exclusive on that hero, it's way better to use Jack and Roll instead in the same team. Let's try to see if it makes a difference to have the exclusive one on him that time. And there we go, it's over. I needed 7 less turns than before, so I don't know if it made a big difference. He dealt a bit more damage. Yeah, look at that, 142 million. It is still pretty good, right? So it helps a bit. If I was using Nita instead of Jingle Belle, the impact of the exclusive one would be way better. I replaced Jingle Belle by Nita because now with the exclusive 2, he is gonna enhance her power by a lot. Poison damage plus 50% thanks to the first exclusive, and mastery increase over time during the fight, so normally my Nita should deal more damage than before. Because if I was using Jingle Belle in the same team, the exclusive 2 is not giving to him anything. That's something buffing the team in fact, not himself. First wave already over, within 34 turns, so that team is better than Jingle Belle to clear waves. But is it gonna be stronger on the boss? I don't think so. There we go, the 2 ads are dead, only the boss remaining. But now, the question is, am I gonna have enough damage to kill him? I don't think that my poisons can deal enough damage to him. Look at that. With only 1 ultimate, I'm able to deal only 1% of his health in damage. He is healing 4%. In 1 turn, I can inflict 5% only. Yeah, of course, it is not working at all. So it's useless to continue the test, right? Now I'm gonna try the same team, but he is exclusive 3. Maybe when he is gonna reach the boss wave, he's gonna deal more damage. Pretty nice damage on the ultimate though. I'm already able to deal a bit more damage than before. So who knows, maybe over time with enough mastery on my heroes, it's gonna make a difference, right? Yeah, we can see the difference with before. Thanks to the exclusive 3 on him, I'm able to deal a bit more damage to the boss. So that exclusive is really strong. So there is still no way I can beat the boss with that team, but it's pretty strong for now. I'm curious to know the damage on the ultimate though. 79% health remaining on the boss. Yeah, only 2% health. Not that effective though. And that's the problem. Look at that. The boss didn't have a save wound because I chose to use the ultimate 1 time only. I lost my Nicholas, and so nope, it is still not doable Gwyneth 40 using that team. We need something more to use poisoners to beat him. I want to try something more now. Instead, I'm gonna use Little Jack, and so he's gonna increase the mastery of my Imercado, and so maybe with that, I'm gonna deal enough damage to the boss. There we go, the boss is dead within 239 turns, which is more turns than before when he was exclusive 1 and when I was using my Jingle Belle. So I was expecting better from him. Yes, of course I have more damage, but my Little Jack deals less damage than my Jingle Belle. And just by curiosity, let's replace him by Jack and Roll. And there we go, the boss is already dead, 181 turns. So yes, if you have a Jack and Roll, it's useless to use Imercado in that team, of course. Now let's have a look at the Purgatory. Stage 24, and that's the team I am gonna use. I replaced Maguire in the team by that guy. He's not gonna provide any shield to my heroes, but he's here to apply the 7 wound on the boss. And enhance later the poison damage of my team, of course. I'm using Seth instead of Zora because I need a lot of shields on my heroes, and he's there for that and to apply many buffs on my heroes, and so they can tank easier the boss. And then I still have 3 poisoners at least in the team, so imagine I can in the future, if I want, replace Dakota by someone else who can provide a speed buff or another shield or more heals, more buffs, who knows. I'm still gonna have 3 poisoners in the team, and that's really important to have that. Otherwise the boss is gonna have a lot of buffs every turn, every time he's gonna take a turn, and increase his attack by a ton over time. So always have 3 heroes for the corresponding category, and for that boss the category is poison. So always put the focus on the boss, that's really important, and we are gonna see how good is it gonna do. By the way, Seth is really a good hero for that content. He can provide a shield on your heroes, heal your heroes, apply attack up 40%, Ripple 2 increasing your basic attack damage by 40%, and he can lower the skill damage and the basic attack damage of the boss passively when he gets hits. Pretty nice damage so far. In 44 turns, the boss lost 43% HP. Just in case, Dakota is here to revive one of them, but if I don't have a shield in time, the boss is gonna destroy my heroes by reflecting the debuffs he has on his own. Stage 24 done within 102 turns. Using Imercado. I'm gonna retry the stage at 24 with the exclusive one that time to see if it does make a difference. And there we go, the boss is dead within 98 turns because the minions took more turns than before, so the result was a bit better than the previous one. Time to try with the exclusive 2. There we go, I'm gonna have more mastery on all my heroes. It should make a difference normally. And there we go, it's over within 96 turns, so it's a bit better. There is not a huge difference though. I was expecting better than that. And now it's time to try with the exclusive 3 on Imercado. 86 turns to kill the boss, but now I have to kill the ads again, and so I'm gonna have the same result as before. 92 turns, just a bit better. Can I beat the 25? If I can, I'm gonna have 150 stars, so I'm gonna reach the next milestones. The ads are clearly not an issue with that team. It's super strong to deal AoE damage, maybe the best one we can have in that content. I love that team. Look at the score. It's even faster than on the previous run, the stage 24. What happened? 88 turns on the stage 25. There we go. The boss is dead on the stage 26 within 110 turns. And the stage is cleared within 124 turns. Stage 26 with a poison team without a single limited hero. That's by far the easiest team for that content. Yeah, and the next stage is not working at all, because I'm not able to kill the ads fast enough, they remove my buffs, and I can't shield my heroes and I die because of that. So, what to say about the hero? In the Wuthering Coast, in your poison team, he is one of the best poisoners to have. He's gonna increase by a bit the damage you are gonna have if you replace Zora by himself. If you already have Zora, exclusive 3, or Veronica, exclusive 3, you are just gonna have like 150 or 200 million less damage than with him, in fact. Still over 1 billion damage with your poison team, so is he mandatory for that content? No, I don't think so. For the Faction Abyss, he is not gonna change many things. In fact, if you have Jingle Belle, you can still push that content without needing him, in fact. Maybe you can try to use him with Veronica in the same Faction Abyss if you don't have Jingle Belle, and maybe it's gonna do something at the end, but I'm not even sure that you can beat the stage 30 using both of them without Jingle Belle. In the Dwarven Ruins versus Gwyneth, if you don't have Jingle Belle or Little Jack, he's gonna be a good hero to use. But don't expect to beat the stage 40, I have big stats on my account and I wasn't able to beat that stage using him with Nita. At least if you have Jingle Belle or Little Jack, you can try to use both of them, and so you are gonna have the 7-1 and it's gonna work. But if you already have a Jack and Roll, use Jack and Roll instead of that guy. It's gonna be way better to clear waves and to beat the boss. But then, for that content, the hero is really strong. Of course, if you're using that team, you can push that content without any limited hero, and look at that, I was able to clear the stage at 26 without a single limited hero in the team. 4 poisoners and a Seth in the team. So that's pretty strong for that content. And before ending the video, I was wrong about my thoughts on the War of Thrones. Because when the hero dies, it's at the beginning of the battle, and so enemies have no turn meta at all, right? So you can't decrease the turn meta of enemies doing that at the beginning of a fight in the War of Thrones. So guys, that was all for that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.